I was on a panel with John Carmack, I think it's 2011, and we ended up getting to a big argument about burnout because he kept saying that all you need is sleep. And I kept saying, because for me, I always felt like, you could have all the sleep you want and leave work, come in the next day, and it just feels like that time just disappeared. But having that distraction of passion or something outside of work that excites you, really kind of rejuvenates you a little bit and kind of gives you that fights that depression of like going back in every day over and over. And I realize at the same time he's way smarter than me, but I'm like, you're wrong. But I think for you guys, obviously you've done the gauntlet many times with doing late nights and working excessive sprints. So I was kind of curious, like for you working with personalities like Carmack, like what was that like back then? Obviously, like everyone on the team being amazing at what they do. Him, obviously, I feel like stands in his own genre for innovating and 3D engines. Like what was that like, just in general, like working with different personalities who maybe have different visions or opinions, and how was that navigated?
John, obviously, there's no one like Carmack. You're not going to find anyone like him. He's super unique. Different people have different abilities, obviously. Like, we were like that all the time. Like, we were so excited about making games. And I think one of the things that even having made games for a long time before meeting John, like I'd been making games for 10 years before meeting John, and John had been making games for a long time, but making games together with someone else isn't just the best thing ever, right? Especially if they have the ability and the focus and the passion. If you find someone that has those things that match yours, you have like the best team ever. And we worked exceptionally well together because of that. Like the very first month we started working together, I was surprised because I was like, this is amazing. He is just so focused and doing this so fast. He was getting so much time to learn what he wanted to learn. And anyway, it was crazy. It was just I keep on saying that, but it was amazing to work with him. It's totally different now, obviously, but we were so excited. We couldn't wait to do it every day. Like right now, I have programmers on my team that love what they do. If we went on a vacation together, they would want to code.
Yeah.
And if they couldn't code, they'd want to talk about coding, right? But yeah, it's not sustainable. Obviously, people go through different stages of life. They have families and they have different things that they're interested in over time. So it's not sustainable for people forever. But now games really take years to make. And like when we're talking about that time period of, say, Doom, it was 1 year. Quake was 1.5 years. Because of these long time periods, you now have to really pace yourself because you can't do that every day for that much time and somehow still be fresh and have new cool ideas when you're just like burning like that. But we were energized. We were in the lead and we knew that we needed to keep going, but we never felt like that's what we were doing. We were just so excited about what we're making that we just spent the amount of time that we needed to do that. We didn't feel like we were doing something wrong. We were just working. We were just making a game,
Yeah, and I think having that passion for it, it's different to someone who's just clocking in every day. It's
super different.
What a drag! I got to go to sleep. Like, can I just skip that part and get back to it?
Yeah. That's when you're just in love with game development. When you're just like, that's how you are.